Hey everybody, happy Talkie Tuesday. Dori Patrick here, checking in. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to my work table. This week's video is going to be an art journal with me video, and I am busting open this brand spanking new Strathmore mixed media sketchbook in the toned tan paper. Isn't that beautiful? I have filled up one of these books before and I absolutely loved it. And I have a prompt I need to work on, and I thought I've been kind of stuck. Here it is, Hazel and Chunky. And I thought, you know what? I think this toned tan paper would be a good jumping off point for this prompt. And as you can see, I have sped it up a little bit, and this is voiceover Dori. I'm going to talk you through the process. So I started off with some Payne's Gray acrylic paint. This is Liquitex Basics, I believe. And I'm just applying it with a color shaper, moving it around and just getting something laid down on the paper. So it's less intimidating when there's just something there to play off of. And those color shapers are so fun for moving paint around in a kind of unpredictable way. This is a Prismacolor colored pencil in a very pale green. So I decided with the hazel prompt, I was thinking about people with hazel colored eyes and how it's sort of a mix of golds and greens together. And so that's kind of where I went with this spread. This is gesso. This is way too much gesso. I accidentally poured out too much, so you see me kind of scraping some off and moving it over to the side so I can just use it on something else. But I immediately regretted that big splotch of gesso. I really didn't mean for that much to come out, but you know, here we are. You go with it, right? So how are you guys? I hope you all are doing well. I hope you're staying cool and comfortable this summer. Here in Iowa, we have just come off of a bunch of really hot day, a lot of hot weather is what I'm trying to say. And now we've had a couple of rainstorms, and it's a little cooler now. It's going to be in the 70s for a few days, and I am here for it. This is a Derwent Inktense colored pencil, and I know many of you play with these a lot. These are water soluble. I love that quality about them, so that's why I took some water and kind of moved the pigment around. Then this is a Prismacolor. Those are permanent, sort of a khaki green, I guess you could call it. Just doing some scribbling with the colors that I have in mind. This is a Stabilo All Woody crayon. Those are also water soluble, so you can move them around if you want. And then this is a bit of matte varnish. I like the way those marks look, so I decided to lock them in with the varnish. So yeah, this prompt kind of threw me for a loop. I probably mentioned this was something, I don't know if I mentioned it, but we draw prompts every month at our art journal jam in person at our art museum here in Cedar Rapids. And that was a prompt from a couple of months ago. So I'm trying to get caught back up with all my prompts from Journal Jam. And this one really stumped me, but now that I'm on the other side of it, I'm just so glad that I tackled it. And that's a red Prismacolor pencil there you saw me scribble in. I decided I wanted a little bit more of a pop of warmth to come through these cool earthy colors. So this is some black acrylic paint that's watered down. I really watered it down with some water and moving it around with the brush. And I will, I love to dab with those paper towels. I love the texture that I get with that. And I did some drying with the hairdryer, and you will be proud of me. I think I got a lot of that edited out, so you don't have to watch me dry with the hairdryer through the whole video. Yay, right? This is my little bin of collage scraps. Mostly small bits go in this bin, and I am pulling out things that speak to me around this theme of hazel. I'm still just kind of thinking about hazel right now. The chunky part definitely comes later on. But I love me some collage, so I have to find some papers to glue down here. This is a vintage piece of paper, and I don't know what it's from, but it has kind of this little pattern punched out. So it kind of makes me think that it's some kind of old, something that would be read through a machine or punched through with a machine. I don't know. It kind of reminds me of like old Braille paper, but it doesn't have the bumps like Braille does. It has little holes punched through it. So if you know what that is, do tell, because I don't know what it is, but I love the feel of it. It's very, it was very brittle, and it was kind of fun to collage with. So, yeah, so let's see. I don't have a whole lot to report this week, other than I'm just so tickled about this cooler weather. I'm going to be walking to the studio all week because it's going to be beautiful. We had some rain come through, which I'm so happy about. I cannot even tell you. It was so dry, and the grass was getting so brown. So I'm very happy about cooler temps. This collage paper is painted, and I don't know how well it shows up in the video, but it is kind of a bronzy metallic, and I thought that would be a nice play with this color theme here. One thing that is keeping me really busy this week is I'm getting ready for an Etsy shop update. I'm going to announce it here shortly. I think it's going to be Saturday, the 25th. So what that entails is getting myself organized, of course, and then lots of photo taking, lots of photo editing. It is a job. Oh my gosh. So I am just going doolally with photo editing this week. Yeah, it's not my favorite thing. I love doing a shop drop and having that excitement, but the photo editing part is not as much fun for me, but there are worse things, right? This is some more painted paper. I think that's a deli paper. And it's got that fun gold green paint on it, I think. So I'm just sort of playing around with options here with my papers, just figuring out what might look good. And I decide that we're going to introduce some of those golden fluids, that gold green, and then that gold is quinacridone nickel azo gold, which is they're fabulous colors, and they're very transparent. So I think I just kind of played around with using it as transparent, like right out of the bottle. And then you see it gets a little more opaque there because I add a little white and I kind of play around with that. But those paints were the first thing I thought of when I thought of hazel, because I know those two would, be a good comp. They would make hazel, gold and green together. So here's some kind of yellow green cardstock that's painted, and my battery ran out. So we skip ahead to having those glued down. Goodness sake. I looked up and I thought, okay, I wasn't recording anything. Darn it. Then we get out our Posca pens. You know we love a Posca pen. I just grabbed a bunch of greens and browns and earthy colors, and I think there's a gold that's going to come up here in a little bit. This is sort of a forest khaki green, and it sort of got blobby, which I actually love, but I was dabbing a little bit of the excess so that it could dry a little bit faster. But I do like a paint pen that gets a little blobby sometimes. It kind of adds a surprise element. This is a Posca pen in yellow ochre. Just adding a few more lines to this. That yellow ochre, I reach for that a lot with my work. Then this collage paper is craft paper that I had lying on my work table, like underneath projects. I save that stuff, you guys. It is the best collage fodder. It's like you couldn't make that happen if you tried. It's so random. I love the surprises, the textures that come with that tabletop paper. So I saved this little bit. It has the yellow ochre on it. And I'm just sort of doing this crisscrossy pattern with the strips there. It adds a nice fun element. And I don't know how well you can see it, but when you really look close, you can see lots of little surprise colors popping up. So that makes it interesting. And as you can see, sometimes I can't be bothered with a brush. I just get my fingers right into that gel medium and just glue stuff down. I can get lost in my journal. I can just get into the zone and I lose track of time. I lose track of it. I just get into it. I have so much fun. Oh, and there is some hair drying footage there. I guess I didn't get it all out, did I? Yes. Okay, so this is kind of fun. This is fabric. This is a lightweight cotton that I have stamped with my very own carved stamp that stamps that flower design. And these two little these pieces were just sort of popping out of a fabric stash that I have. And I have not been able to find a way to use them. And I thought the color was just great with this spread. So I am going to put some fabric in my journal because we can do what we want with our journals, can't we? So I glue those down. And we'll start embellishing them here in a little bit. This is making me want to get out my lino cutting and do some more stamp carving. I love the look of your own hand, your own mark on a stamp. And then the Posca pens. So I have a whole bunch that I pulled out in rust, browns, golds. There's some green too. And I just have fun getting lost and coloring in these flowers. I can really get lost in the details of coloring for sure. So let's see, what's new with you guys? Do you love content like this? Do you love art journaling? If you do, did you know that I have a Patreon? Patreon is a subscription service. So for a small monthly fee, you can enjoy content similar to this, but it is not this content. It is exclusive content to subscribers. So every month on my Patreon, I guarantee 3 videos. One is a process video, kind of similar to this, where you can enjoy watching me work start to finish on a journal spread, and I kind of talk you through what I'm doing and what I'm thinking. Another video is an art supply exploration video where I just kind of play around with something new, or I share some tidbits of something I have been using in my journals for a long time. that kind of thing. And then there's a third video every month where I do a chatty journal flip through. So we sit together and I share a book that I have completed cover to cover and talk you through whatever my thoughts are on that particular book. I share what that book is, maybe the time frame that I worked on that book, different techniques. We just go from cover to cover, looking through a book every month. So I've been doing this since March. So there is footage there for March, April, May, June, and July is coming up here. And for a small subscription fee per month, you can enjoy all that past content and you'll get all new content every month. And then occasionally we get together for live Zoom calls. We call them journal jams. And we have one coming up this Friday, the 24th. And if you are a paid subscriber, you can join us live on Zoom. And it is literally a journaling hangout. I put a camera on the book that I'm working on, and I put a camera on myself. I'm happily answering questions or just sharing whatever I'm working on. And our members do too. So you get to share kind of what you're working on. It's a great way to meet fellow creative people. It's super fun. So I hope you will consider joining. I'll put a link in the show notes here if you want to check it out. It's a great way to support my work as well here on YouTube. So, and just to reiterate, it's all exclusive content. So this stuff you see on YouTube, this is not found on the Patreon page. It's exclusive. So this is a book page that I kind of cut up. I was really trying hard to come up with a little sentence from what was on that book page, and I kind of did. It's kind of a weird little sentence. I don't know if you can see it very clearly here, but I'll do a close-up at the end and you can see what it says. And of course the hairdryer, my handy dandy friend. Always have him nearby to help me speed things along. We're coming to the end of this spread. That is a super fine Posca pen in white, and I'm just doodling a few more little flowers to complement the big ones that are on the page. And this, I didn't hold that up long enough. Sorry about that. So I'll tell you what it is. It's golden. It's by Golden, and they are mica flakes that are in a gel medium. So mica flakes is kind of where I'm bringing in the chunky part of this prompt. I think of rocks, and mica flakes remind me of rocks, and they are kind of chunky but still completely cool to put in your journal. So we'll get it dry here, and then we'll take a final peek. Here is the final spread, you guys. Little close up there. So see those mica flakes, aren't they pretty? They are kind of glittery and they feel gravelly, which I love. Yeah, I'm happy with how this turned out. Can you see what that says? I love to home in the tree. That's my brilliant sentence that I put together from those book pages. Oh my Lord. Well, thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope this maybe inspires you to come up with some prompts. There's something about a prompt that kind of pushes you creatively, whether you want to be pushed or not. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.